Johnson has resigned as the UK Prime Minister. He will be the caretaker leader of government until a new Prime Minister is sworn into office at 10 Downing Street. The people who could succeed Boris Johnson after his turbulent 2 years as Prime Minister, one of the most high-profile Prime Ministers in recent memory at 10 Downing Street, has just thrown in the towel. He's hung up his boots and has stepped down under the cloud of a scandal, the scandal involving his deputy chief whip in government, caught in a misconduct sex scandal where he is alleged to have groped some men at a gentleman's club. It became an escalating scandal with up to 40 of Boris Johnson's colleagues in government resigning. It became a huge scandal after the Sun tabloid newspaper revealed that scandal, and in just days after that, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of that country, has just stepped down. He couldn't fight the tidal wave of resignations that went out against him. He's been a controversial Prime Minister of the United Kingdom in a 2-year stint right in the wake of Brexit, and now he steps down as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Of course, procedurally speaking, he will continue to be the caretaker leader of government until a new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is sworn in. But Boris Johnson has been done in by a wave of mass resignations. He says he's sad to be giving up what he calls the best job in the world, and promises that a new leader will receive his full support after he or she is chosen and then sworn in very, very shortly. Boris Johnson, famous for his unruly hair, his flippant attitude, his irreverent style, his intemperate remarks about world affairs sometimes, has stepped down as one of the most visible and controversial British Prime Ministers. Who comes next is going to be the big question. Boris Johnson, remember, was very recently in India, where the Prime Minister of India had hosted him in Gujarat as well. Boris Johnson ceases to be the full-time Prime Minister of the United Kingdom starting a few minutes ago. Let's listen in once again to Boris Johnson announcing that he is stepping down.
Everybody, good afternoon. Thank you. It is clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister. And I've agreed with Sir Graham Brady, the chairman of our backbench MPs, that the process of choosing that new leader should begin now. And the timetable will be announced next week. And I've today appointed a cabinet to serve, as I will, until a new leader is in place. So I want to say to the millions of people who voted for us in 2019, many of them voting Conservative for the first time, thank you for that incredible mandate, the biggest Conservative majority since 1987, the biggest share of the vote since 1979. And the reason I have fought so hard in the last few days to continue to deliver that mandate in person was not just because I wanted to do so, but because I felt it was my job, my duty, my obligation to you to continue to do what we promised in 2019. And of course, I'm immensely proud of the achievements of this government, from getting Brexit done to settling our relations with the continent for over half a century, reclaiming the power for this country to make its own laws in Parliament,